this is Friday 5 at 5 with the Denver Public Library. My name is Erin. I'm a librarian at DPL's Central Library, and in 15 minutes or less, we'll have you up to speed on 5 new titles out this month that we can't wait for you to read or listen to. Please note that new titles may not be added to Overdrive until after publication date, so if you don't see the titles in ebook or e-audio format, please check back. LGBTQIA2S+ concerns are all of our concerns, but admittedly, genders and acronyms can get a bit confusing or even misinterpreted. Would you like to create safer spaces for trans, non-binary, and gender-expansive people in your work or home community? Join Chris Angel Murphy on July 11th for a virtual event that will help build a practice using gender-neutral language, as well as learn about some of the other issues around LGBTQIA2S+ folks. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. The final event is pronouns and how to use them, also virtual, on August 10th. We're on to the second month of Summer of Adventure, which encourages youth from birth to 12th grade to read, make, and explore. Kids can register online or at any DPL location. Complete 15 activities to finish the program and bring the adventure guide to any Denver Public Library location to receive a free book on or after June 30th. There are a ton of fun outdoor activities to explore as well, like scavenger hunts and obstacle courses. Now on to the books. Hula by Yasmin Iulani Hakes is an intricately built novel that spans decades, moving in and out of a collective voice while also telling Hai's personally deep and devastating story of trying to find her way. Hai is proud to be a Naupaka, a family renowned for its contributions to hula in her hometown of Hilo, Hawaii, but there's a lot she doesn't understand. She's never met her legendary grandmother, and her mother has never revealed the identity of her father. Worse, unspoken divides within her tight-knit community have started to grow, creating fractures whose origins are somehow entangled with her own family history. In this book, Hai sees a chance to live up to her name and solidify her place within her family legacy. But in order to win the next Miss Aloha Hula competition, she will have to turn her back on everything she had ever been taught, and maybe even lose the very thing she was fighting for. The author's path to publication was just as torturous. More than a decade spent writing, scrapping, and struggling, and that was before she had to navigate the complicated and myopic world of publishing. A new voice from a Hawaii that very few people know. Secrets also come into play in Laura Francis Sharma's The Book of Little Acts, where Rose purposefully rebels against the life others expect of her in late 18th century Trinidad, and her half-crow son finds his coming-of-age challenged. The Picture Bride by Lee Guemyi chronicles the captivating journey of a young Korean picture bride and her immigrant experience in 1918 Hawaii, taking a peek at a little-known part of the island's history. Muros, Within Magical Walls, The Case of the Cemetery Girl, a graphic novel by Paolo Chicchiamaco and Borg Cinnabon, is an urban fantasy set in an alternate Manila, which has been sealed off from the rest of the world for decades. The walled city of Manila, recently freed from a dictator's iron-fisted rule, is a magical metropolis where monsters flit and feed along neon-lit streets. The city, now governed by mysterious societies, faces rising tensions between the human and non-human inhabitants that are nearing a breaking point. The story's hero, Carlos Kaloy Loizaga, a Tagasogo, literally translated to person who answers, is tasked with finding the runaway daughter of a small-town mayor. Kaloy knows that there's more to the story, but in a world where magic and modernity make for uneasy bedfellows, there are some secrets you simply can't prepare for. especially secrets that involve a cast of non-human characters such as one-eyed yomas or hybrid human canines, asugamis, half Oswang, half Inugami, and slinky Silat immortals, the hated weapons of the tyrant god. Readers who enjoyed the Trees series, also set in the Philippines among magic and monsters, will find much to like in Murals. If you want your demons to be able to keep a beat, give Black Cat Social Club a punk apocalypse a spin. It's the story of three punk rock witches, Alice, Hazel, and Maggie, who cast spells with their songs to battle corporate demon jerks, defeat rival witch bands, save the world, and get to the next gig. Both recommendations are also graphic novels. Summertime means lots of fresh produce, so show it off. Cook Color by Maria Zizka demonstrates that eating foods in every hue isn't just healthy, it makes every meal pop. Author Zizka introduces readers to ideas from color theory and cooking sciences, explaining how to master food styling and cooking techniques to enhance and preserve color without any artificial additives. But cooking by color isn't just about looks. It is an approach that draws connections between aesthetics, seasonality, and flavor. You know that saying, you eat with your eyes first? The cilantro scallion pancakes and purple sweet potato pie bars will surprise your eyes and delight your taste buds. To tie it all together, Zizka presents a special section of color menus, where she teaches readers how to use food to create palettes that evoke a sense of season, theme, or even a place. The recipes from Cook Color are gorgeous proof that you eat with your eyes first. For another unique approach, check out Flavor Lab Creations, where Logan Richardson takes a mixologist approach and shares detailed recipes with scientific facts. And to learn a bit more about why certain foods make you feel differently, grab Michael Pollan's instant classic, This Is Your Mind on Plants. How about a thriller set in Denver? Heather Graham is sometimes called an airport author. Her books are the ones displayed cover out at terminal bookstores, and please just look at this cover and know why. Spooky cabin, empty shoreline, misty atmosphere. Nothing good is going to happen here. And this one, Shadow of Death, starts in our own backyard. When two hikers go missing within a series of daunting caves outside of Denver, Colorado, Florida Department of Law Enforcement Special Agent Amy Larson and her partner, FBI Special Agent Hunter Forrest, have good reason to suspect foul play. The pair of hikers are only the latest to vanish after a rash of disappearances that left local law enforcement stumped. But in searching the dank caverns near the Arkansas River, the agents aren't prepared for the horror they uncover. A muddy pit littered with corpses, covered in bite marks, made by human teeth. Though this title can be read as a standalone, readers who are intrigued may want to pick up Graham's 2021 title, Danger in Numbers, and 2022 title, Crimson Summer, which feature investigative pair Larson and Forrest. For more Colorado doomsday cult action, pick up The Flock by J. Todd Scott, in which a cult survivor must confront the horrors of her past. The Centennial State also provides the background for Dead on Arrival by Matt Richtel, a thriller with the gut-wrenching tension of a doomsday countdown clock that goes high concept, viewing worldwide connectivity through cell-level immunology. Welcome to the Circus of Baseball, a story of the perfect summer at the perfect ballpark at the perfect time by Ryan McGee is a gloriously funny, nostalgic memoir of a popular ESPN reporter who, in the summer of 1994, was a fresh out-of-college intern for a minor league baseball team. Madness and charm ensue as he spends the season steeped in sweat, fertilizer, nacho cheese sauce, and pure, unadulterated joy in North Carolina with the Asheville Tourists. No doubt this is a baseball book, but it's also a coming-of-age memoir. McGee reconnects with some of the players, fans, and coworkers who were part of that fascinating summer in Asheville. They're all older now, but they also have the perspective that comes from looking back at a time in your life that was monumental, even if you didn't always realize it at the time. His memories are as much about those fans, varmint catchers, and Thirsty Thursday revelers as they are about the players. Readers will also learn about mascot brawls, rehabbing big leaguers, and trying to find where you fit on a team. Perfect summer reading, no matter how the Rockies are doing. If you haven't heard of the Savannah Bananas, who throw out a banana for the first pitch and have two cheer squads, the Dancing Nanas, age 70 plus, and the Manananas, all dad bods, now is the time. Check out Banana Ball, the unbelievably true story of the Savannah Bananas, by Jesse Cole and Don Yeager. And love or hate the new rules in Major League Baseball, you can learn about the changes in Baseball Field Guide, an in-depth illustrated guide to the complete rules of baseball by Dan Formosa and Paul Hamburger. And in case you missed it, our bonus book today is The Black Guy Dies First, Black Horror Cinema from Fodder to Oscar by Robin R. Means Coleman and Mark H. Harris. It might be difficult to scare Robin Means Coleman. When it comes to watching horror films, she's seen just about every conceived scenario. As the Ida B. Wells and Ferdinand Barnett Professor in Communication Studies at Northwestern University, Coleman is also the leading scholar on Black representation in horror films. In her latest book, The Black Guy Dies First, co-written by journalist Mark Harris, she argues that the Black character's tendency to be the first to die in horror films reflects larger cultural anxieties around race and violence. From chapters focused on the death count of Black characters on screen, Black religion, and gender and queer identity within Black horror, The Black Guy Dies First is the perspective, often humorous and necessary volume for any fan of the genre. Kirkus Reviews called it an engaging look at the wild, wicked, waggish journey of Blacks in modern horror cinema. To explore horror from another lens, check out It Came from the Closet, Queer Reflections on Horror, which features essays by 26 authors who each reflect on a classic or contemporary horror film and discuss its relation to their lives as LGBTQIA2S+ individuals. For a reflection on whiteness, which is not the opposite of blackness, author David Mura intertwines history, literature, ethics, and the deeply personal in The Stories Whiteness Tells Itself, Racial Myths and Our American Narratives, unmasking how white stories about race attempt to erase the brutality of the past and underpin systemic racism in the present. That's all for this month. Thank you for tuning in to Denver Public Library's Friday 5 at 5. We hope you enjoy these great reads and listens. Check out or place a hold on these titles and a whole lot more right now at denverlibrary.org, link below. Tune in next month for new recommended reads. Bye!